Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Mares, a senior at Lamar University, and today I'll be discussing the credit card industry and how it may affect you. We'll briefly go over the industry in sections, starting with credit. Some people ask, what is credit? Do I need it? If so, how do I get it? Credit is borrowing money from a loaner and promising to pay it back at an established date by the lender. You could think of credit as taking out a loan. You are borrowing money to pay for something you want and or need. Then, later, you're responsible for paying the money back. Sounds simple, right? Let's take a look at how it all started. To begin, in 1950, the first universal credit card, which could be used at a variety of realtors, was introduced by the Diners Club and in 1958 became the first processor known as American Express. A processor is defined as a company allocated by a merchant to handle transactions from various channels such as credit cards and debit cards for merchant acquiring banks. As of today, the credit card market is composed of four main processors: Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and the longest-standing American Express. The credit card industry's goal is to issue and open as many credit lines as possible. Although the main target is everyone, they sometimes specifically target college students, and sometimes neglect to realize that some data from multiple sources can result from people who are no longer alive, or non-humans like family pets or robot-generated accounts. All major banks partner with any one of the four mentioned processors. For example, Chase partners with Visa for their credit lines, and Bank of America partners with MasterCard to establish their credit lines for their clientele. Once a customer decides to get a credit line, they go to their local bank and either accept an offer or ask for the options the bank offers, thus entering them into the credit card industry. Personally, when I decided to apply for a credit card, I went to my local bank, which happens to be Wells Fargo, and since I previously had a checking account with them, I simply asked my branch clerk to help me with applying for one, and was issued a credit card via Visa the same day. Since they are so easily to get, some people can quickly get carried away and neglect the responsibilities that they come with and delve deep into credit card debt. At that point, people can become a victim of the credit card industry. When getting a credit card, the industry will regulate the limit given to people case by case. A credit limit refers to the maximum amount of credit a financial institution extends to a client through a line of credit, as well as the maximum amount of credit a card can allow a borrower to spend on a single card. Credit card industries want their customers to utilize the borrowed money, but preferably would like them to use 30% or less than their credit margin. Unfortunately, many borrowers don't know this. In my circumstance, they gave me a limit of $1,500. So ideally, I should use less than $450 of my credit limit to stay within the desired margin. When customers are responsible and use less than 30% of their available credit margin and pay their whole balance, they can establish good credit. Over time, credit is built in the long run, which can open doors for mortgage rates, car loans, and even give you low interest rates. On the other hand, if someone abuses their credit line by not paying on time or using 100% of their margin credit, it can result in deductions of points, credit points that is. With a low credit score, one can end up getting turned away from buying a home, a car, or have sky-high interest rates. While the credit card industry is sometimes hard to understand, everyone should at least educate themselves with the bare minimum knowledge that comes from their local banks, their credit terms if they are establishing one, and understand how they're being introduced into the credit card industry. Should you have any questions pertaining to any of the knowledge that I gave you, or would like further explanations, please don't hesitate to contact me via email at arammirez21@lamar.edu or my direct cell phone number at 281-865-5046. Thank you guys for listening. I'm glad to answer your questions. Good day.